Okay, so this is how I've been doing my 100 days of insect drawings. This is an Illo sketchbook that Mike Lowry recommends as a brand, and yeah, so it seems to have pretty nice pages that don't bleed through very well. I use this pen, whatever it is. I can't read Japanese. And also these chunky Waldorf Lyra colored pencils. And I have my iNaturalist selection of insects on the screen in front of me. These are photos that I've taken and that people have verified as to their proper identification. So anything that hasn't been verified by other people, I don't use because I don't know my insects very well, and I'm only going to do things that are said to be what they are so that I can label them. So you can see I have the Latin names and then I have common names. This is a little long just because they couldn't tell exactly what type of ground beetle it was. So, but other ones like the gray hair streak, you have very specifically what they are. And I don't do any underdrawings with a pencil, graphite, anything that can be erased. I just dive right in and I look at the reference photo and I just approximately go at it and just get started like this. So I'm doing a Huron skipper this time, and it's a type of butterfly, and I just, do it just closely to the real thing as I can. This is not meant to be fine art or botanical illustration, which, can be used in a textbook or anything. It's just something that I'm drawing for fun, and sometimes I make a little bit of an error in terms of gauging the size of it, but hey, that's the way it goes. It's not quite as difficult as drawing my Jeopardy portraits because at least this is standing still on the screen, and I just have to, fill it in like that. Whereas with Jeopardy, they are moving around. We don't stop it for any reason because my family is watching it while I'm trying to draw, and we just, watch it for enjoyment. So I'm trying to answer the questions while I'm drawing at the same time, which is kind of a challenge because my brain doesn't work as well as it used to. But yeah, so I just fill this out best as I could, and I'll probably go in a bit more detail in here. I already made the body a little too fat than it should be, but like I said, and also I'm talking to the camera right now, which is a little bit harder. Normally I work in silence. I don't like to listen to music because otherwise I start singing or dancing, really swaying, not quite dancing. I'm not much of a dancer. So anyway, this is pretty close to what I will have in the end. And then I am going to use the colored, oops, messed that up, didn't I? Colored pencils, and I'm going to color it in. I think I'm missing one, but oh well. I'll just add one more line down here. Okay. I won't bore you by going into coloring because this video is going to run way too long. but I think I'm going to use these three colors. So there's some yellow, a little bit of a darker yellow / orange. I might add a tinge of orange on top of that. And then there's some dark brown color, which this might not be a dark enough brown. I might have to use this one. But, you know, it's not rocket surgery. It's just for fun. And as you can tell, I just dive in, and sometimes it ends up being a little large. I totally misjudged the size of that one, and it actually makes it pretty interesting, I think.